And then you have cancer, which I've started calling type 5 diabetes, right? Because again, if you don't have damaged mitochondria, you can't get cancer. That's what Warburg showed. In fact, Thomas Seyfried, Professor Seyfried from Boston College, he's one of the top cancer researchers in the world. He does a lot of research in ketogenic metabolic therapy for treating cancers. And he has over 150 published peer-reviewed papers on the subject. He proved that Otto Warburg was correct. He did an experiment called the nuclear transfer study. So he took the nuclei with all the genetic changes from cancer cells, right? Not all the cancer cells have genetic changes, but he took the ones that did. And so he took those cancer cells and the nuclei from the cancer cells, put them into normal cells that had normal mitochondria. They did not behave as cancer. You could even clone them and turn them into rats and frogs and things like that, right? Then he took damaged mitochondria from cancer cells, because all known cancers have damaged mitochondria, but some cancers don't even have damaged DNA. So he took the damaged cancer mitochondria from the cancer cells, put those into a normal cell with normal DNA. It did behave as cancer, couldn't clone it, they just died. Then, to put the nail in the coffin, he took healthy mitochondria and put those into cancer cells, and it suppressed the cancer exactly as Otto Warburg said it would. Because if you have healthy mitochondria, you cannot have cancer. You cannot get cancer. Okay, so why do I call cancer type 5 diabetes? What the hell does that have to do with insulin resistance? Well, again, one of the 100 plus things that insulin does is it blocks something called autophagy. This is something that's become more widespread, more known about, especially in the biohacking spheres. People say, well, you need to fast for 5 days every few months because that makes you go through autophagy. When you're not eating, your body's looking around and trying to scavenge things for energy, and you replace these cells and these mitochondria and things like that. That's actually not true. It's actually just when you get your insulin low enough that you start going through autophagy. You always supposed to be going through autophagy. This is a natural housekeeping process that's constantly going on at all times. And so when you raise your blood sugar, you raise your insulin, and you suppress autophagy and also so many other things as well. So when you're having damaged mitochondria, different things will damage mitochondria. Plant toxins will damage mitochondria. There's genetic issues, radiation, stress, cortisol, all these different sorts of things will damage mitochondria. A lot of things will damage mitochondria, alcohol, drugs, these sorts of things. Cyanide, there's cyanide in almonds, cassava, macadamia nuts, flaxseed. We really don't have any clue just how bad these things are for us.